Emmerdale star Isabel Hodgins has marked a huge milestone with her newborn daughter, and she and her husband, Adam Whitehead, made her official. The Safford-born actress, who is best known for playing Victoria Sugden in the ITV soap, recently gave birth to the couple's first child, a daughter they have named Georgie. The couple shared news of their baby girl's arrival in a sweet social media post earlier this month. They shared a video in which Isabel could be seen in the hospital in labour, before a blank screen appeared, confirming their daughter's safe arrival. On the 11th of February, at 1:02 a.m., Georgie Grace Whitehead. November 2nd, 26, 8 lbs 5 Oz, heart emojis. The message across the video read. The post then cut to the sound of Georgie crying and an image of Isabel holding her baby girl in her arms, with the post captioned, "And then we heard you." Doting parents Isabel and Adam have since been sharing plenty of updates on life with their new addition, with their baby girl's arrival coming months after they tied the knot in a fairy tale wedding in Manchester last summer. And she was quickly flooded with messages. Emmerdale co-star Laura Norton gushed, "Absolutely smashing it," while Eden Taylor-Draper revealed she was exited for their first meeting. "I can't wait to gobble her up tomorrow," the Belle Dingle actress, who was a bridesmaid during Isabel and Adam's big day, wrote, to which Isabel replied, "She will adore you." It comes after Adam recently paid tribute to his wife and gave an insight into their daughter's arrival into the world. "My greatest achievement," he said alongside more photos of himself and Georgie. "Watching my Isabel Hodgins bring our Gigi into the world will stay with me forever. I have never been prouder. And yes, I fainted. Twice. Thankfully she's the strong one." New mum Isabel commented on the post, "You're amazing. We love you," before resharing it to her own Instagram story, and jokingly admitted, "I just about forgive you for fainting," pink heart emoji. For nearly 2 decades, Isabel had stepped into Victoria Sugden's shoes, navigating heartbreak, betrayal, loss, and love on screen. She had cried on cue, delivered dramatic monologues, and endured fictional tragedy after tragedy. But nothing could prepare her for labour. There was no director counting down. No second takes. No script. Just breath. Pain. Anticipation. And Adam, her husband, Adam Whitehead, was by her side, wide-eyed, emotional, trying desperately to be strong. It was February 11th. Outside, the world was quiet. Inside, everything was about to change. 1:02 a.m. At exactly 1:02 a.m., after hours that felt both endless and fleeting, a cry pierced the room. Georgie Grace Whitehead. 8 pounds 5 ounces. Perfect. Later, Isabel and Adam would share the moment with the world through a simple but devastatingly beautiful video. It began with clips of Isabel in labour, vulnerable, powerful, exhausted. Then the screen went blank. Across it appeared the words, "On the 11th of February, at 1:02 am, Georgie Grace Whitehead. November 2nd, 26, 8 lbs 5 Oz." And then came the sound every parent waits for, their baby's first cry. The video cut to Isabel cradling her daughter, eyes shimmering with disbelief and love. "And then we heard you," the caption read. For words, a lifetime of meaning. A fairy tale year. Georgie's arrival marked not just a birth, but the culmination of an extraordinary year. Only months earlier, Isabel and Adam had married in a fairy tale ceremony in Manchester. It was the kind of wedding people describe as magical, without exaggeration, elegant, emotional, filled with laughter. Her co-stars from Emmerdale were there, not as colleagues but as chosen family. Among them was Laura Norton, whose friendship with Isabel had grown far beyond set life. Eden Taylor-Draper, who plays Belle Dingle, stood proudly as a bridesmaid, adjusting veils, wiping away tears, sharing inside jokes. Back then, they toasted to the future. None of them knew how quickly it would arrive. Becoming official. When Isabel described making Georgie official, she didn't mean paperwork or announcements. She meant something deeper. The first family photo. The first outing. The first time introducing her daughter not as a secret bump, not as a whispered hope, but as a real, breathing, beautiful little person. Official. A new chapter. For years, Isabel had been recognized in supermarkets, on trains, in cafes. Victoria, fans would call. Now she imagined something different. Mummy. The fainting father. Adam later posted his own tribute, and it was honest in a way that endeared him instantly to thousands. "My greatest achievement," he wrote. He shared photos of himself holding Georgie, tentative but proud. "Watching my Isabel Hodgins bring our Gigi into the world will stay with me forever. I have never been prouder." And then, with comic timing worthy of a soap subplot. And yes, I fainted. Twice. Thankfully she's the strong one. Twice. Isabel, ever quick-witted, commented. You're amazing. We love you. Then she reshared it to her story and joked. I just about forgive you for fainting. It was a small detail, but it said everything about them. Humor threaded through emotion, love without pretense. The first days. Newborn days are measured differently. Not by hours, but by feeds. Not by dates, but by sleeps or lack of them. Isabel quickly discovered that no amount of reading prepares you for the reality. The way time blurs at 3 a.m. The awe of watching tiny fingers curl instinctively around yours. The sudden understanding that your heart now lives outside your body. Adam took to fatherhood with a mixture of tenderness and awe. He learned how to change nappies with surprising efficiency. He mastered the art of walking endless circles around the living room to soothe Georgie back to sleep. He still looked slightly stunned. Can you believe she's ours? He whispered one evening. Isabel couldn't. Messages of love. The announcement post was quickly flooded with messages. Laura Norton commented. Absolutely smashing it. Eden Taylor Draper wrote. I can't wait to gobble her up tomorrow. Isabel replied warmly. She will adore you. It wasn't just polite celebrity exchange. It was genuine affection. Years of shared dressing rooms, long filming days, and emotional scenes forging real bonds. The Emmerdale cast often speak about being like a second family. Now Isabel had one of her own. A new identity. For years, she had balanced two identities, Isabel and Victoria. Now there was a third. Mum. It changed everything. The scripts waiting for her return to set would feel different. Storylines about family, about loss, about resilience, they would hit deeper. Motherhood sharpens emotion. It grounds you. She thought about the nights Victoria Sugden had cried over fictional heartbreak. Now she understood a different kind of vulnerability. The fierce, protective love that makes you realize how fragile and precious life truly is. Quiet moments. One afternoon, as sunlight filtered through the curtains, Isabel sat quietly with Georgie asleep against her chest. The house was still. Adam had popped out for coffee. In that silence, she reflected. There had been additions. Long filming schedules. Public scrutiny. Wedding planning. Pregnancy. And now this. The biggest role of her life. No rehearsal. No script. Just instinct. She traced her daughter's tiny features. The curve of her nose. The softness of her cheeks. You have no idea how loved you are, she whispered. Looking ahead. Of course, there will be challenges. Sleep deprivation. Balancing work and motherhood. The inevitable return to filming. But Isabel has spent her life portraying resilience. Now she lives it. She knows that when she steps back onto the Emmerdale set, she will carry something new with her. A quiet strength born not from scripted drama, but from real experience. And when fans see Victoria Sugden navigating the next twist in the Dales, they may notice something different in her eyes. Depth. Because behind them lies the memory of 1:02 a.m., of a cry in the dark, of becoming a mother. Official. Georgie Grace Whitehead. A name now written not just on a birth certificate, but in the hearts of two people who waited for that first sound. Isabel Hodgins has played many roles in her life. Daughter. Actress. Wife. But none will ever compare to the one that begins in the quiet hours of a February morning. Mum. And this time, there's no storyline twist. No dramatic betrayal. Just love. Official.